Hey, you guys, it's Jaffe. I just wanted to share these, periodically last couple of days of Twisted Metal, or last couple of weeks actually of Twisted Metal production. Obviously, a lot of the, I'd say exciting, but a lot of the, all the teams really out in Utah, and then we've got a group in San Diego doing QA, and I'm in San Diego in my home office wrapping up my part. So there's a lot of stuff happening out there. I wish I could show you. Hopefully, maybe I can get them to take some video to kind of put up and show you guys what they're going through. I believe today they just submitted some of the final code to sort of be the final game, which is great. But we're still kind of doing some last minute tuning and tweaking. So I wanted to share a little bit of that. Just if you're interested, this kind of it's probably dry and boring unless you're really into this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff. So I'm actually here right now working on the rooftops level. Trying to get Justin, who's heading up the QA group out in Utah, and also I forget his official title, but he's definitely he's done a lot of great design work on the game and a lot of great QA work on the game, and he and I have been working on with Scott. Just getting pickups placed, faction leaders placed, things like that. So this is for the NUKE mode. So this is our rooftops level, which a lot of you guys may have already seen. And what I'm doing right now, the first thing is I'm just going around and just double checking and triple checking. I mean, we've done it probably a gajillion times. Just making sure that we're happy with pickup placement. So many shooters these days really don't have pickups, but for us, for this game, as I've said in the press before, the pickup game is really crucial because when you have so many hit points on your vehicles, that's really the main thing that gets you to go to break off from the offensive behavior. Otherwise, you'd just be sitting in place, and it's whoever pounds the buttons fastest wins. So you're always trying to find good, memorable locations for your pickups. Right in the center of the map, especially sort of in this real visually, memorable location. That's always good. And then you always want to kind of put them in places that motivate you to move around the map and explore. For example, you can bust through these glass atriums, drop down here, and so players tend to remember what's in specific rooms and specific memorable visual locations. This is sort of a nod to old school TM. Well, let's see. I guess TM1 is our sunroof nod, or our skyline, and then the other nod is to TM2, which, as you can see, right into the pool. Let me see if I can just drop down there. Turn up the volume here. I don't know what. So you may have seen already, some of you guys have seen this level, but as you can tell, the rooftop is actually spinning, which forces you to line up these ramps to make it across. So if you want to kind of clear this space, you've got to have enough turbo, you've got to be going fast enough, or you can end up kind of getting knocked off. So let's see, that's the actual other atrium. Let's see. There's a little Judas Priest there. Some of you guys worried all we have is rap in the game. We have two awesome rap songs, but we definitely have a lot more metal and rock than rap. Let's see. Shit. There we go. Fuck! Okay, I want to tell you about this too real quick. So, as you can see, it says fall damage 54 points. That's the other thing I'm working on right now, is just trying to figure out. Basically, we have in unranked, you can set it if it's instant death, like old school Twisted Metal, or set it to like this, which is sort of some damage when you fall. And we're trying to find that exact number where falling feels punishing enough, but not so punishing that you can basically grief your teammates if you're like just an asshole and you're like sitting there driving off the roof over and over and over. We don't want you to be able to do that to your team and end up fucking your team. So it's kind of a balance trying to figure out where that number is. It's actually a percentage. And I think 54 might be a little low, because on Death Warrant, I think on all cars we want it to be like worst case 3 times you can fall off and you're dead. Best case 2. 2 might be a little punishing, but 2 to 3, and right now you can do it at 4. So, but anyway, let me go back to what I was going to show you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Where am I? I'm going to go into God mode so I can get all my turbo, get where I'm going. The other thing I'm working on is just getting going through for the team and getting a list of areas of the maps that need their hit points on destructibles lowered. Obviously, a lot of destructibles we want to put a lot of hit points in, so it's satisfying to take out. But on some of them, you just want to crash through and keep going. And as you can see on this one, you can't quite do that. You kind of it's probably got about 3 hit points too many. So that'll be sort of a note that gets sent off to Utah, and hopefully we'll get that in before the final build. And then here we are. Here's the there's the sort of nod to TM2. Yes, it's wacky. Yes, it's over the top. But again, it's Twisted Metal. So I think I can speak for the team and certainly for Scott, where it's like, you know, that kind of over the top crazy shit is kind of a signature, and I'm real happy it's back in. So let's see. I'm banging on that. Going through, looking at pickups, looking at death, sort of death damage, and then also just trying to figure out. Like here's another good example, right? So let's see. So to bring these buildings down over here, we've been trying. We want to put our faction leaders all over the map, and I've been looking at those locations that Justin had set up. And one of the places he's got, which I really like, is putting them in these buildings in the distance. And eventually players will figure out that what you have to do to bring these buildings down is sort of take out some of the periphery elements, which obviously, as you can see, sort of brings the building down. And then the player basically is then able to go down, go into the skyscraper, let's see. And the faction leader will be back here sort of in this, this big dish, this big bowl kind of thing. And so, you know, trying to figure that kind of stuff out, right? If you come into it new and you have no idea, you see the faction leader icon in the distance, but you're like, I don't fucking know how to get there. Is that cool? And eventually you'll figure it out, or is that really frustrating? So I think it's really cool. I think we're going to keep it there unless, you know, we release the game and everyone hates it, then we do an update or something. But anyway, so that's the kind of shit that's going on my final couple of weeks on the title. I'm hoping we're going to do one more play test in Santa Monica to just kind of make sure everything's, you know, oh, we got to do some balancing on the XP in terms of sort of how long it takes to rank up and things like that. But it's getting there. So I wanted to share, and if I don't talk to you before New Year's, have a great New Year's and Happy New Year. And I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and contest, yes, I'm thinking tomorrow if I have time, I will post all the entries I've gotten so far. And then again on Saturday night or New Year's Eve, whatever that is, I think it's Saturday, I'll let everybody know who wins that first Twisted Metal contest, and we'll get those off started next week. All right, y'all. Talk soon. See ya.